That's boring.
I can't.
That's not camp.
Perfect. Perfect.
I love couture. Why was upholstery so popular in this Met Gala? Don't like the shoes.
Ugh.
I don't really understand it, but I really like it. Take a shot how many times they say love in this, and die of alcohol poisoning. I love the Met Gala. I'm so tired. Not my favorite, but good for her. Maybe I should look up what camp means while I'm at it. Hi, it's Mariah, and I couldn't fall asleep, so I'm making this video. I wanted to talk about the Met Gala because it's canceled this year, and so I'm gonna live vicariously through past years and the thought that maybe one day I'll get to see it. The 2019 Met Gala's theme was Camp Notes on Fashion, based on a Susan Sontag episode? A Susan Sontag essay. Let's get started. Okay, so I double checked and looked up the definition of camp. It's an aesthetic style and sensibility that regards something as appealing because of its bad taste or ironic value. Got adjectives like ostentatious, exaggerated, affected, theatrical, over the top, ironic. Imagine if it had been camp like summer camp. That's what I thought it was going to be at first. So it's not just normal fashion looks. It's something that's appealing because it's not normal. It's designed to not be normal. So anyone who showed up in a normal evening gown is just failing the game here. Before I dive into these looks, I want to make a few notes. This is very subjective. Whether I discuss a look will depend on how much I liked it and whether I have any talking points. I personally think that every look that walked the pink carpet was great in its own way, but this video would be hours long if I talked about every single one of them. I stuck to my favorites and the ones I personally thought were the most camp. Along the way, I try to offer you some in-depth analysis and commentary. Fingers crossed that I do a good job. Also, I want to apologize for the audio quality. Part of it was filmed in 2020 in April in my parents' house on the floor in my childhood bedroom, and the voiceover part was done in my home in Dallas with my nice voiceover mic, so sorry about that. Also, please note that this video will contain flashes from cameras on the red carpet, and it's sped up quite a bit, so it may cause an issue for viewers with sensitivity to flashes. The first person to walk the pink carpet was Lady Gaga. In total, she wore 4 different looks by her designer and friend Brandon Maxwell, and all 4 of them are impeccable and perfectly camp. The whole look, including the changes in person on the red carpet, really exemplifies Lady Gaga's evolution and style. In her videos with Vogue, she talks a lot about how these looks were all very carefully crafted, especially the last lingerie look, paying an homage to who she was when she started as an artist. The first is this delightful pink confection that looks like she's been swallowed by a swath of bubblegum pink, and I'm just so into it. Also, if you'll notice, the man in the glasses at her side is Brandon Maxwell, the designer. She took him as part of her entourage, and he's carrying a pair of scissors at his side, which I think is just really cute. It's like a superhero utility belt. I love all the details. You can see the little bows done in her wig, and you can imagine how hot this coat dress must have been for that walk down to the Met. Her second look was that dramatic black gown with the bustle on the back and an umbrella that she carried and her entourage carried with her. I think this whole look symbolizes a lot of old Hollywood. And then she, on the red carpet, slips into this hot pink, sleek fitted cami dress. Body-hugging, pink, bright pink number. Not only that, but she's carrying a model of the biggest cell phone ever seen that holds her lipstick in it, and she's applying it on the red carpet. This whole thing is accessorized with those big, iconic Lady Gaga sunglasses that I definitely will be imitating for sure. I think this whole look has a lot to do with extravagance and with decadence and with wanton consumerism. Underneath that, she's wearing this incredible lingerie look with these huge boots, and the confidence it must have taken to pull that off, I can't imagine it. Lady Gaga said in her interview with Vogue, wearing fishnets and a bra and panty, playing piano on stage, this to me was camp because it harkens back to Cabaret. Camp becomes camp over time. So for my last reveal to be something that I did 10 years ago, or even more, it's campy now. That one meets camp. I think that one really meets the criteria for camp because it's over the top, it's so much, and it's 4 times over the top. I think if she had just worn one of the looks, we might have been like, okay, she's wearing a hot pink dress. But the entourage and the formation of it and the way it was all put together really screams camp. It really screams over the top. Okay, I should stop talking about Lady Gaga. Gigi Hadid was wearing Michael Kors, and I love the incredible detail on this. I love her eye makeup, how it just looks like a sunburst exploding in her eye. I love the gold work and the almost featheriness of it. I love how it moves down her body down to the tip of her toe, and the featheriness that slowly becomes more feathered as it gets toward the base of the train. Love it. I love it. Billy Porter showed up in an outfit by the Blondes with makeup by Pat McGrath and shoes by Giuseppe Zanotti. Billy Porter also had a very theatrical entrance, being carried on a litter by Egyptian-inspired attendants. The look served as sort of half fashion, half performance art, which is perfect for the Met Gala and perfect for camp. Billy Porter, in an interview with Vogue, said, "Camp is often used as a pejorative. What I love about having it at the Met Gala and contextualizing camp is it brings honor to a word and genre that can be discounted very often or thought of as cheesy. When it's done properly, it's one of the highest forms of fashion and art." Originally, this look was supposed to have several outfit changes, but working with his stylist of one year, Sam Rattel, he decided an interpretation of Diana Ross's 1975 mahogany look, as well as with elements of Elizabeth Taylor. Winnie Harlow wore a custom Tommy Hilfiger. She looks like an Egyptian goddess. I don't know how she kept her head up all night. I don't know if her headpiece is super heavy, but it's incredible. It's beautifully done. It looks like a peacock's tail. Ugh. As a note, her stylist, Anna Trevelyan, calls it a Caribbean Carnival Queen Vegas showgirl. The inspiration is a nod to her Jamaican heritage and a simple testament to drama. Violet Chachki wore Machino, and she looks incredible. I don't think we can underestimate the importance of her being one of the first drag queens to attend the Met Gala, and the fact that she kept it so simple with this look, and yet so dramatic and so perfectly in the theme of camp, says a lot. I think that there were a lot of people who came to the Met Gala and didn't really look that campy, and yet even in a very simple look, Violet makes it look camp. That hand with the gloves, it's just magnificent. Celine Dion wore Oscar de la Renta, and she looks magnificent. She looked like a statue, like an ethereal, glimmering light, like an angel that you have in a hallucination. That's what she looks like. I love it. Cardi B wore Tom Brown, and I love the textures. I love how huge this dress is. In an interview with Vogue, Cardi B says, "I chose Tom Brown because he is the definition of camp. With my dress, I wanted to do something exaggerated but not costume. A lot of people can be very cheesy when it comes to camp." I love how voluminous this is, and it's voluminous in this very heavy, kind of decadent way where it's very dramatic. Also notice her bejeweled nipples. It's very sexual and very obvious and very campy. We've all talked a lot about Kim Kardashian's look, and let's be fair, she looks incredible. She looks inhuman. She couldn't sit down all night, but she looks so good. But I really like that she was so open about if I have to use the bathroom, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Fashion is often so unattainable, but she was just yep, I might have to pee on myself. In her interview with Vogue, and this was May, and she was the cover girl. I can't. She looks like she's made of glass. Lupita Nyong'o is wearing Atelier Versace, and I think it really embodies camp. It's kind of horrendous. It's kind of horrendous, and the colors and the way done, but it's so beautifully made and so incredibly done. The fact that her eyeshadow matches the colors on her dress, the shoulders, the butterfly shoulders. How did she get through the door? I don't know. I love it.
A further note on Lupita's hair, it was done by hairstylist Vernon Francois, and hair clips are more than just cute and tongue-in-cheek. They are raised fists gilded with gold and designed to point out the power and malleability of natural hair.
Gemma Chan wore Tom Ford and Forever Mark jewelry, and I love this headpiece. The headpiece is incredible. It looks exquisitely done. The silver chainmail style dress fits her perfectly. It hits right at that good spot in the v-neck. Beautiful. Bella Hadid looks like she's wearing the Thanos gauntlet, which I don't really know what that means, but I hate the rest of her outfit, so I'm proud of her. Serena Williams is wearing Atelier Versace and Nike off-white sneakers, and she looks incredible. This really embodies the spirit of camp. If anyone can pull off highlighter yellow, it's Serena Williams, and she's wearing sneaks on the red carpet. She looks fabulous, and I love it. It's just delicious in how camp it is. Zendaya is wearing Tommy Hilfiger, and she looks like Cinderella, and she looks really good. And Cinderella goes past the cliche into icon, and I think a little spirit of irony with Cinderella wears really well on Zendaya. She looks incredible.
I also think it's really important to have a woman of color playing Cinderella, and especially important for all the young women of color who saw themselves in her on the pink carpet. I think there's something really interesting and special about the subversion of expectation and the idea of what it means to be a princess and who can be a princess and who's invited to be a princess. Her bag is also shaped like Cinderella's carriage, which is very cool. Her stylist, La Roche, dresses her fairy godmother and carried this wand that lit up her dress as it went. Also fun to see that she did leave behind her shoe on the pink carpet.
Constance Wu is wearing this gorgeous beaded confection by Marchesa. I don't know if it counts as camp, but I like it a lot. Priyanka Chopra is wearing Dior, and she looks incredible. From the details of her headpiece that perfectly fit with the detailing of the bodice and how structured it is, from the eyeshadow perfectly matching the skirt, to the eyebrows, to the feathery earrings, to the feathery skirt. It's very camp, and I think it was incredibly done, and she looks so powerful.
Also shout out to her husband, Nick Jonas, who looks very nice in a white suit.
Laverne Cox was in a swath of ruffles made by Christian Siriano. It's kind of like she's being eaten alive by ruffles, and I love it. Take a shot how many times they say love in this, and die of alcohol poisoning. Aquafina and Altazara, how does one human support that much structure on the shoulders? Like, she looks deliciously gilded. I love it. Don't like the shoes. Kate Moss looks as if the Oscar statue had an affair with the tiara. Just silverly delightfulness. Zoe Kravitz wore a gown by Saint Laurent, and this heart-shaped cutout at the bust is powerful. I am speechless. Speechless. How do you... It's so structural and so powerfully done, like, it just knocks you out with the boobage. It's incredible. It's awesome. I'm so comfy. I'm having so much fun right now. Saoirse Ronan is wearing Gucci, and she looks like antique wallpaper in such a good way. The dragony shoulders down to the detail that matches it on the train of the skirt, to the red and the green, and the fact that those are usually taboo colors together. I love it. I think it's very camp. Like, it's so close to being just like, ugh, but it's so good. It's so good. Ugh, I'm dead. Dead. Cara Delevingne looks incredible in Dior. She looks like a rainbow. It's kind of horrible in that It's so campy. It's so over the top. She's like a creation. She's like Rainbow Barbie. So good. I hate it. I kind of hate it. Her headpiece has banana peels on it and those little jittery mouths and eyeballs. It's so campy in that it's so overdone, and it's those cartoon jokey things that we all know that we're all tired of, and that makes it really camp. And this stripe across the eyes is kind of weird, but I don't care. She's wearing bejeweled nipple covers and rhinestone undies. Oh, I shouldn't do that. And that just adds this theatrical element. It's so good. Naomi Campbell looks so good. She's wearing Valentino and archival Bulgari jewelry. I love this lacy leg with the feathery train. I think that's a great juxtaposition of textures. She looks so beautiful. Janelle Monáe. Oh my god. Janelle Monáe is wearing custom Christian Siriano, and her dress is so campy. It's so overdone. It's so theatrical. That hat. Her hat looks like it's wearing a hat. Her hat is a hat and a hat. It's a hat. And the one eyeball boob with the feather and the dual tone and the I can't decide what dress it's gonna be, so I'm gonna do that Sleeping Beauty thing where it's two colors, and it looks so good. Tracy Ellis Ross wore Machino, and she looks incredible. I love the framing and the way it speaks about social media and the way celebrities are kind of treated like a product. It's like she's being seen a bunch of different times. She's being seen through the camera, through the frame, through our screens. It's a simple look that works really powerfully with this frame detail. I don't know what the other pictures look like, but I really want to know, like, what was it like when she sat down?
Hi, voiceover Mo here, back to tell you facts about this dress. It's actually inspired by black artist Lorraine O'Grady, and it speaks a lot more than just the way we commodify celebrity. In her Instagram post about the night, Tracy wrote, "Reclaiming the narrative, Black Camp, thank you Lorraine O'Grady for existing and creating art is." Apparently, people used to show up to African American Day Parade in Harlem with frames around their faces, and that was a tradition that people used to do. So it's actually super cool.
Kristen Stewart wore Chanel. I love how she took the trends of the wide leg and the sequins and the big chunky shoes and blew them up a lot to the point that they are very campy. And I hate her hair, and I think that makes it perfect for camp. It's good for camp if I hate it. Dakota Johnson's look is so delightfully diaphanous. It just looks almost insubstantial. It looks barely there, and yet so ornate and detailed and beautiful. I think had it been in a different shade, it would have been perfect for the Heavenly Bodies theme, but in this bright purpley shade, it's perfect for camp. Dua Lipa wore this number by Versace. She looks so good. I think the colors of it make it really theatrical and funny and kind of tongue-in-cheek. I think a lot of the times fashion is thought as being really rich and decadent, but these colors with the pops of neon green are a little tongue-in-cheek way of looking at what is fashion. Julianne Moore wore Valentino, and this color is probably a favorite of my mom's, but you don't care about that. This color is so green, yellowy. It's kind of awful, and it's perfect for the theme. It's perfect. And I love a good Valentino gown. And I love that somehow someone at Valentino was like, let's make this chartreuse number. Let's make a chartreuse gown. I love it. She hates this. Careful, careful. Thank you. Julia Garner and Zach Posen look sculptural. She looks kind of like an octopus lady. I love it. I love the mixing of metals and the beautiful texture of it. I love this headpiece. When I said sculptural for her gown before, I really should have applied it to her headpiece. Harry Styles and Alessandra Michele in Gucci look so camp. Together, the pairing is so over the top. And I get really tired of men wearing boring stuff on the red carpet, and I'm really excited to see here that they didn't do that.
I think the subversion of style here was really smart and really artful and really makes us think about what constitutes masculine and feminine.
Ashley Graham is wearing this look designed by Gucci and Dapper Dan, and it's so fun, it's so campy. Her legs just say Dapper up and down and up and down. It's awesome. It's awesome. The pink and green is a really Florida thing, but generally paired together it's kind of thought as tacky, which I think makes it perfect for camp.
Voiceover Mo back to say that I think it's very bold that she chose this look without pants and with these like glittery legs, considering that in 2016 she didn't go to the Met Gala because she couldn't find a designer who was willing to dress her. I think this says something very positive about plus size fashion and the movement that we're going in, and her choosing to show her body confidently is just very telling.
This is good. This will tire me out. Regina Hall wore a look by Gucci and Dapper Dan, and I love the jacquard skirt. I love the bee at the bodice. Bee at the bodice. That sounds so nice. You got a bee in your bodice. I love this jacquard damask style skirt with the slit in the leg and the delicate shoulders. I just think it makes this very powerful look. I think it's delicious. Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen were wearing these vintage Chanel looks with this leather or pleather or something, and it's terrible, and I love it. It's so beautifully done with the detailing and the buttons and the pleats and the skirts, and the two of them together look incredible. But all leather gown, horrible. Perfect for camp. Oh my god, what the fuck is Katy Perry wearing? Katy Perry is camp. Katy Perry might have won the game of camp. She looks like the chandelier from Katy Perry and the Beast. Beauty and the Beast. She looks like the chandelier that came to life in... Oh my god, that's kind of terrible. I kind of hate it. Oh! Ooh. Oh! Jared Leto wore Gucci, and he's carrying what looks like his own severed head, and I don't know if it's a purse or if it's just his head, but I love it. It's disgusting. It's so theatrical. It's so perfect. Oh, I hate that. He looks like if Jesus had killed Jesus in another timeline. Ooh. And he's wearing this robish gowny thing with silver detailing across the chest. Is it detailing or is it a necklace? I don't know, but it looks so good.
Also, this is Voiceover Mo telling you that if you want to see this look really done justice, go to Makara Tour's channel and see her recreation of it. It's incredible, complete with mannequin head.
Lizzo wore Marc Jacobs in this pink feathery monstrosity that is so bad it's good. Was this before the tiny bags? I think it was. Looks incredible, but I hate it. Haley Steinfeld wore Victor and Rolf Couture with this gorgeous dress that says "No photos, please" across the tulle skirt. It's tongue-in-cheek, it's very camp, and it's a perfect play on celebrity. I can't articulate this, but celebrities are always being photographed, and it's part of the nature of your existence. No photos, please, as a celebrity at an event where you're exclusively there to be photographed. Perfect. Perfect. Idris Elba is wearing this incredible jacket that looks like my Slytherin dream. I don't know who designed it because it's not listed here, but he looks great. Aurora James looks like kind of like a beehive, but in like the most couture way. Like kind of like a haystack and a beehive together. Very pastoral meets couture. And it looks good. It looks really good. Josephine Scriver is wearing Jonathan Slimkai. I love the skirt. It looks like a childhood bedroom, upholstered, but like in the most campy, fun couture way. It's beautiful. What a beautiful skirt. Nina Dobrev is wearing Zach Posen with saran wrap wings, apparently. Not my favorite, but good for her. It's beautiful. I kind of hate it, but it's beautiful. Tiffany Haddish looked great in Michael Kors. I love her look here. I love how beautifully tailored it is with the flared pant and the patterns. She looks incredible. I think Tiffany Haddish in and of herself is camp. I love Michael B. Jordan's look. I love this jacket that looks like it's eating him alive. He looks good. He looks real good. Elle Fanning is so camp. Elle Fanning is so fun. She's a very youthful campiness, and that I really like. She's wearing Miu Miu.
If you'll notice, her nails and her charms are a nod to the 80s, and a lot of them are pointing out fast food brands, Coors Light, McDonald's, apple pie, and she even has a cameo of her own face that Miu Miu made.
Michael Urie is wearing Christian Siriano with this double look where it's half ball gown, half suit. It's perfect. It's perfectly done. It's perfectly tailored on both sides. Looks incredible. Perfectly camp. And there's the mix-up of the smoky eye, where the smoky eye is on the menswear-inspired side. Beautiful. One half of his face is shaven. Looks so good.
More than just looking good, I think that this look is a lot about gender. It's about what we see as masculine and feminine and how we construct that. Notice that the elements like the eyeshadow and the shoes are swapped between sides of the look. Our society, especially our Americanized society, has this idea of gender as such a strict binary, and I think it's really interesting how this look plays with that.
I love the Met Gala. I'm so tired. I think Kerry Washington's look is very street meets couture with this wife-beater style bodice and this floaty, dreamy skirt with this lettering.
The lettering actually says negativity is noise, and it's repeated on her rings and her jewelry.
Benedict Cumberbatch looks like he's working on the Panama Canal. He looks fucking stupid. Ugh. Don't say that. Don't say that. Don't say that.
Okay, next up is Lena Waithe and Kirby Jean Raymond in Pierre Moss. When I first did commentary on these outfits, I had a lot of useless nonsense to say about how I love the silhouettes and I love the carved buttons, but these looks mean so much more than just a silhouette or a look. The back of Lena says, "Black drag queens invented camp." And the back of Kirby Jean Raymond says, "Fix your credit, pool money, buy back the block." They really collaborated on bringing a message. They wanted to make sure that the outfits represented the black drag queens who started camp about being over the top. They were pioneers and they really wanted to pay tribute to them. You'll be able to see that the buttons are actually carved faces of people who actually represent the movement, and the back has incredible detailing. The stripes on the suits even include lines from famous songs like "Don't Leave Me This Way" by Thelma Houston, "You Make Me Feel Mighty Real" by Sylvester Stallone, "I Will Survive" by Gloria Gaynor, "Supermodel" by RuPaul, "Take Me or Leave Me" from Rent, and "We Are Family" by Sister Sledge. These outfits are about so much more than couture. They're about sharing the black experience on the red carpet that is so often ignored. It's about sharing the experience of black drag queens, which is so often glossed over. These looks make incredible social commentary, and that makes them one of my favorite on the pink carpet this time around.
I love couture. Zazie Beetz is wearing Tom Brown. It looks like this double look with business in the front, party in the back. It's long train in the back and the suit style in the front. Looks incredible.
Much like Michael Urie's look, this look is all about gender. It's about the ideas of what is masculine and what is feminine. Her stylist said it was simply masculine and beautifully feminine. The dress was inspired by a wedding dress, an over-the-top bride situation, and Tom Brown usually specializes in suits, but blurring the line of masculinity and femininity and leaning into the absurdity of the concept was Beetz' whole idea.
Darren Criss is wearing Balmain, and this structural jacket with this big oversized bow tie looks so good. So good. And his eye makeup and his lip, this cut lip in the center, it has this very masculine meets feminine look, and I love the beading on the jacket. Oh my god, so powerful. Caroline Trentini in Tom Brown's skeleton style dress looked perfect. I want this for Halloween. The skeleton is beautifully embroidered and beaded and well done, and it's anatomically, I think it's correct. I don't know, I'm not the one to ask. Everything's beaded, everything's incredible. All these beaded bones. Should be a poem. My beaded bones beat against my body beautifully. Ezra Miller wore Burberry, and this is incredible. This eye makeup with the kaleidoscope eyes that was so popular. This face on the shoulder. I'm kind of speechless by it. I'm kind of scared by it, actually. It's good. It's good stuff.
Again, this is voiceover Mo back to say that I think that this look is about being queer. It's about juxtaposing the masculine and the feminine together. It's about what is accepted as normal, what is the way things are done, and how can we campify that to the max. Also, I don't think I gushed long enough on how gorgeous this look is. I mean, look at the corseted waist, and just look at the coiffed hair. I mean, incredible.
Ryan Murphy and Kristen Siriano wins the game. I love this confectionery, beautifully done coloring. I love the little bow tie and how it perfectly matches. I love the ruff along the head. It's so beautifully detailed. So beautifully detailed.
This look pays tribute to Liberace, who basically defined camp. I don't think we can ignore Murphy paying tribute to a gay icon on the red carpet at one of fashion's biggest events of the year. Apparently, according to Ryan Murphy, the outfit was literally hell to wear. It was so heavy that he had to lie down in the car. So that's pretty amazing.
Dee and Tommy Hilfiger wearing Tommy Hilfiger. This is a very powerful, very campy look. It's so fun with this fringiness. It's perfect. It's kind of ugly in how camp it is. And I think that's perfect. Like, it's not tasteful, but it's perfect. It's what you would wear to a 4th of July barbecue if you were incredibly wealthy. Lewis Hamilton looks great in custom Tommy Hilfiger. This is beautifully done. Fits in perfectly. I love the high neck of the jacket. I love this high neckline. I love the detailing at the neck. The ascot in the... Oh man, he looks good. Who is this? Huma Abedin and Oscar de la Renta looks beautiful. It's another upholstery style thing. Why was upholstery so popular in this Met Gala? Bette Midler and Sophie von Hasselberg in Michael Kors. Incredible. Very campy. And the headdresses that look like they're going to fly away? Perfect. These dresses are beautifully detailed, and I imagine that they were hand done. And so incredibly done. The neckline on Bette Midler's dress and the headdress that Sophie has on, beautiful. Very campy. Very, very campy. Trevor Noah is wearing a look that says this is all a formality across the chest, and it looks like his fly is being held together by a safety pin, which I think is a really interesting detail, and I don't know if it's on purpose, but I would hazard a guess that it is because this is the Met Gala.
Apparently, Trevor Noah said that he got more hate for his Met Gala look than he has for his political beliefs, which I think is hilarious, and I do not doubt.
Anna Wintour looks so good. Anna Wintour looks incredible in Chanel couture. It's beautiful.
I failed to film an outro for this video because it was 2 in the morning and it was 2020. So, sorry. I'll end on this note. Did you like this video? Did you like the outfits that I featured? Did you hate them? Do you think I have bad taste? Well, if you do, sound off in the comments below. I would love to hear what your favorite look was, and if I neglected to include any of your favorites. If you would like me to make more videos like this in the future on other Met Galas, please let me know. I would love to do it again. I had so much fun. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.
I don't really understand it, but I really like it. I look beautiful. So it's not just normal fashion looks. And people who showed up to this gala, and Pepper, Nora Forbes, I swear to God. Scooch your booch. Thank you. I'm sorry. Sorry. I know you didn't prefer that. Don't climb up there. Don't eat that. Don't eat that. Different outfits. This is couture. 4 different looks from Brandon Maxwell. It's supposed to look like that one person who did it. Whatever, I don't care. Who is this? Louis Vuitton. Made by Louis Vuitton.